My neighbor tried to make me follow her rules for my own swimming pool. I moved into my dream house in Phoenix, Arizona, and honestly, everything was perfect, except my next door neighbor, Rachel. 3 days after I moved in, she knocked on my door holding a clipboard and handed me a typed list of neighborhood rules. Things like no loud music after 8 p.m., no grilling during the week, and somehow she already knew I had a pool because one of her rules was giving her 48 hours notice before having people over to swim. I figured she was just being overly controlling, so I ignored most of it and tried to keep the peace, but it only got worse. Every morning she'd comment on my lawn, my trash cans, even how I parked my truck. Then one Saturday, I invited 8 coworkers over for a birthday pool party. It was 3 p.m., the music was low, and everyone was just hanging out. Out of nowhere, Rachel walked straight through my side gate without even knocking like she owned the place. She announced that we were breaking noise laws and threatened to call the police unless everyone left. My buddy Jake actually laughed because he thought she was joking. She wasn't. Then she pulled a laminated list out of her bathrobe pocket with rules for my pool. Only 4 people at a time, no inflatables, no cannonballs, and I had to text her every time I wanted to swim so she could close her windows. Everyone just stood there in disbelief. I told her she had 10 seconds to get off my property before I called the real police for trespassing. The second I pulled out my phone, her attitude changed. Suddenly, she suggested a compromise. Her grandkids were visiting next month, and maybe she could use my pool instead, as long as everyone followed her rules. I looked her dead in the eye and said, absolutely not. She acted offended and called me selfish, but I didn't budge. I told her she couldn't spend weeks trying to control my property and then expect me to hand it over when it benefited her. She stormed off saying this wasn't over. She kept reporting me to the city all summer for fake violations, but every complaint got thrown out. The funniest part, she never asked to use my pool again. And every weekend after that, my friends made sure to do the biggest cannonballs they possibly could. If you would have stayed till the end too, hit subscribe. I've got way crazier stories coming.